Hi, I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supply. Today I want to talk about this video clip. So this video clip was posted on Facebook, and the normal comments apply that people would be like, I'd show her how to shoot. And I wanted to go through it because I see this all the time, and I see it from people who've gone through beginners courses and people wanting to show their friends how to shoot. I see the big arm guards right up the arm. And I want to point out some of the important things about this video, and I just want to highlight about how you should teach people how to shoot. Now, maybe it's fair enough that this girl whacks her arm. Chances are she probably won't come back and shoot ever again. And you might find it particularly funny that she whacks her arm, especially if it's your ex-girlfriend. But let's point out the basics of shooting. She should have never shot that shot. This shot should never be made. So let's go through the points about what is missing. So when she goes to make the shot, her finger goes on the trigger. Her finger should never go on the trigger. The finger should be nowhere near the trigger until the shot is ready to be made. So when I teach people, the finger remains off the trigger at all times until I tell them to put the finger on the trigger. It is so important. When the finger goes on the trigger, the shot should hit the target. So the finger goes nowhere near the trigger until the shot is ready to be made. So there's your first problem. Now the draw length may be too short for this lady, because you can see the string is nowhere near her face. Another major problem. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about is your lifeline. As I hold my bow, this is your lifeline here. It shows you how long you live for. You see here I die and I come back alive here. Okay? This shows you how long you're going to live, and it shows you how long your life's for. So this is really important. This needs to point down. Now let's go on the video and see where her hand's pointing. If your lifeline's pointing out towards the bow, this is major pain. So you're holding your hand like this, lifeline pointing out this way. This is going to be a major pain situation and a possible derail of the bow. Your lifeline needs to be pointing down and on the left hand side of the grip of the bow. So when I hold my lifeline is down here pointing down. This is the most important thing. Now if we go back to the video and see where her lifeline is pointing, you'll see it's pointing out that way. The next really important thing is your elbow. A lot of people have disjointed elbows or double jointed elbows. It's really important that this elbow remains relaxed, okay? Not hyperextended. A lot of people will push this arm out, and you'll see as I push this arm out, this shoulder lifts up here. Now they're pushing out because they're trying to counterbalance the force of pulling the bow. So they're pushing out. This arm needs to be relaxed, okay? It's a really important thing to teach people, and it's why when people want 70-pound bows or high-power bows to start with, I'd prefer you start with a light poundage bow and get the form correct to start with. It's really good if you can have this bow arm relaxed. Now people say I can't have it relaxed, it's got to be hyperextended. When I was shooting, I used to get lots of tennis elbow issues here, so nerve damage in the elbows here. So I find relaxing this arm, all those problems go away. There's been many good shooters shoot with relaxed arms in the past. I'm just going to demonstrate now. Now I tend to, when I shoot, I sometimes lock that arm out because I'm working so hard, I'm pushing. You don't want that. You want to keep this arm relaxed. If this arm's relaxed, less likely to whack the arm. Now, I'm shooting a recurve. I don't shoot with an arm guard. I'm just going to sort of demonstrate. So have this arm a little bit relaxed. This shoulder down, pointing at the target. Now, let's have a look where her elbow is pointing out. Generally, if you're going to whack your arm, your elbow's going to be pointing down and you're going to be hyperextending this arm out here. It's not going to be comfortable. That's comfortable. There versus there. Relax your arm a little bit. The next problem in her shot sequence. It exhausts me when I see this. The next common problem that she does is she's pulling back like this, so she's leaning backwards when she shoots. It's very hard to have consistent shots. It's very hard to not hit your arm. You're going to be more likely to hit your breast when you shoot if you lean back like this. It's very important to be slightly upright, and you can even be forward if you like, or bending forward if you like, to avoid the contact. But I prefer the person straight up and down, everything in a line. So again, I'm going to compare my body position. Hopefully it's going to be up and down. Now, it is possible that when compound shooters have massive amounts of weights on their stabilizers to stop the bow moving around, that they lean backwards. And there's many world champions who lean backwards. Now, the reason they're doing this is because their bow weighs so much that they're trying to compensate for that weight to hold it up. But this is a beginner archer. So with a beginner archer, and I'm going to say basically any archer, we're looking for that person to be straight up and down. You want that form to be perfect. So straight up and down. Then what I'm looking for is the string touching my nose there, and somehow my hand coming in. Now ideally you'd have a peep sight on your bow if you were shooting compound, so you've got another reference point. Her face is nowhere near the string. So what's happening is this: when she shoots the shot, the bow's going to be torqued and the string's going to come in and whack the arm and cause massive amounts of pain. And again, this is very funny if it's your ex-girlfriend or someone you don't like. But this person is never going to take up the sport, they're not going to shoot very well, and they're not going to continue in the process of learning about the sport. I'm going to stress how hard it is to shoot a good shot all the time. And it takes years and years of practice. Some people pick it up stuff quickly. However, it's lots and lots of practice, and continually doing it day after day will develop good form and good technique. I'm hoping that's helped you, and hopefully if you've got the whacking arm issue, I had a young lady in the other day, she said, I need a big arm guard which goes from there to there. And I said, look, I'll teach you, you won't need it. She looked very doubtful at me because she obviously always whacks her arm. And she shot and she didn't whack her arm. You've just got to be taught correctly. It's really the key thing to be taught correctly. If you're taught correctly, you shouldn't need an arm guard. You still may use an arm guard, especially if you're shooting in a baggy top or something like that. Or you may have an arm guard just in case you do something wrong and the string comes through and whacks your arm. But you should be able to shoot without an arm guard. That's my point. Anyway, I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. I hope that's been useful.